Welcome to level 10 of 100 paradoxes. This one is called the Raven Paradox, and it challenges the way we think about evidence and logic. Imagine a simple scientific statement. All ravens are black. At first, this seems easy to test. If you observe a black raven, that confirms the statement, right? What about other things like a red apple? Here's where the paradox begins. According to logic, the statement all ravens are black is equivalent to saying everything that is not black is not a raven. This means that if you see a red apple, it is technically confirming that non-black things are not ravens, which in turn seems to support the idea that all ravens are black. So does seeing a red apple actually provide evidence that all ravens are black? That seems absurd, but logically it follows. This paradox was introduced by philosopher Carl Gustav Hempel, and it reveals a strange problem in how we define scientific confirmation. Normally, we think of evidence as something that directly supports a claim. But in this case, a completely unrelated object, a red apple, somehow becomes evidence about ravens. Philosophers and scientists have debated solutions to this paradox. One, rejecting equivalence. Some argue that even though the two statements are logically the same, they don't work the same way in real-world reasoning. Seeing a single red apple doesn't really tell us anything about all ravens. Two, Bayesian probability. Others argue that while a red apple does technically provide evidence, the effect is so tiny that it's practically meaningless compared to actually observing black ravens. 3. Reevaluating evidence. Some suggest that we need to rethink how we define confirmation. Maybe evidence should only come from directly observing what we're testing, rather than relying on indirect logic. The Raven paradox challenges our basic assumptions about scientific reasoning, probability, and logic. If seeing a black raven and seeing a red apple both count as evidence, then what really counts as proof?